Good morning, student. As in the previous classes, we have learned about nutrition in human being, nutrition in ruminants, and we have learned about the two necessary steps that are ingestion and digestion in ruminants. So just we will recall what are ruminants and what is rumination and about each process. So first of all, what is a rumination? The process by which the animal bring back the partially chewed food back into their mouth for chewing it again is called a rumination. Then what is a ruminant? Animal that carry out rumination is called a ruminant. Example, cow and buffalo. Next, the nutrition process in ruminants. So nutrition in ruminants again involves two steps. Again involves same step like human beings. That is, first is ingestion. So what is ingestion? Ingestion is the process of taking in the food. So ruminants have sharp front, strong teeth to pull out the grasses from the ground, and they also have wide teeth at the back of their jaws. Wide, W-I-D-E, wide teeth, that is chode. They have wide teeth, so they can easily chew the food. Now next, we have studied about digestion. So what is the digestion? Digestion is a process in which the food is broken down into simpler soluble substances. This was the diagram of ruminants. So wait a minute. This is the diagram of ruminant. So this is a diagram of ruminant. So the digestive system of ruminant, or we can say the stomach of the ruminants, consists of four main organs. The digestive system of ruminant consists of four main organs. First one is rumen. Rumen is the largest chamber of the ruminant stomach, in which the partially chewed food is sent to the mouth. Next, just repeat, what is the next organ? Next organ is reticulum. What is the next organ? Reticulum. So what is a reticulum? Reticulum is a organ which helps in bringing back of the partially chewed food back into the mouth. What is a reticulum? Reticulum is an organ which helps in bringing the partially chewed food back into the mouth. Next organ is omasum. Omasum stores the excess water present in the food. What does the omasum do? Omasum stores the excess water present in the food. Next organ was abomasum. What is the function of abomasum? Abomasum secretes the digestive juices, which helps in the digestion process in the ruminants. Today we will learn about the further process, then what happens? This digested food then passes into the small intestine. Suppose this food, after mixing with digestive enzymes, it reaches to the intestine. The digestive food reaches to the intestine. In this intestine, the absorption process occurs, and before this absorption process, what happens? The digestive juices from liver and pancreas mix with the food. The digestive juices from the liver and pancreas mix with the food, and the digestion of carbohydrate, protein and fat take place in the small intestine. The digestion of carbohydrate, fat and protein occur in the small intestine. Next, process is absorption. So what is absorption? Absorption is a process in which the nutrients are absorbed from the food. So in absorption, what happens? In absorption, most of the nutrition from the digested food are absorbed in the small intestine. Like human beings, most of the nutrition are absorbed in the small intestine. Like human beings, they also have finger-like projection called villi, which absorbs this nutrition. What does they have? They have villi. What is villi? Villi, I have taught in this nutrition in human being part that villi is a finger-like projection which increases the surface area of absorption in a small intestine. What is a villi? Villi is a finger-like projection which increases the surface area for absorption in the small intestine and thus help in the absorption process in the small intestine. Next, assimilation. So once the nutrition are absorbed from the food passes into the large intestine, and in the large intestine the water and the remaining mineral are absorbed. And here the food is converted into feces. In the feces. Feces, you have all seen. Feces just means a unwanted material part. You know it very properly. What is the meaning of feces? Feces is just a unwanted material. So at the last, the food is when all the nutrients are absorbed from the food in the small intestine, food is sent into the large intestine. Here in the large intestine, the water and the remaining mineral are absorbed, and here the food is converted into feces. Next process is assimilation. So what is assimilation? Assimilation is a process in which absorbed nutrients are sent to the organs. So the soluble nutrition absorbed by the small intestine are transported by the blood stream to the different body cell. So different nutrients are sent to the different body cell with the help of a blood, and here they are used or broken for the various purposes. Last, like same in human beings, digestion. process. What is digestion? Digestion is a process in which the food is, or the unwanted material is removed out of the body after passing from large intestine. It is removed through the anus. It is removed through the anus. We will just see where is anus. So after passing from a small intestine, it is moved throughout the anus. The unwanted material after passing from large intestine, it is moved out through the anus. So here your chapter number 2 explanation is completed. As I have told in my previous class, that I will give the exercises of the chapter number 1 in my next class. So just take out your pencil and we will just solve the exercises of chapter number 1, that is nutrition in plant. So here is our exercises. So what is our first exercise? Choose the correct option. Just we will see one by one. Which pigment in green color is used for photosynthesis to occur? So what is a green color pigment? You all are familiar with that. What is a green color pigment which is needed in the photosynthesis? The green color pigment is chlorophyll. In what form is carbohydrate stored in the food? The carbohydrate is converted into starch. The carbohydrate is converted into starch. Next, which of the following is necessary for photosynthesis to occur? So when there is photosynthesis, what are the items was we saw? The first item was chlorophyll, next was carbon dioxide, third was water, and fourth was the essential nutrition. So what is not required? Oxygen is not required in the photosynthesis. So which of the plant get nutrition from decaying organic matter? So example of, first of all, what are the plant which obtain nutrition from decaying organic matter are called? Just recall. Giving you time, recall. Such plant which obtain the food from decaying organic matter are called saprophytes, and the example of a saprophyte is a Indian pipe. Okay, so Indian pipe is a kind of saprophyte which absorbs the nutrition from the decaying organic matter. Next, which of this plant farmer grow to replenish nitrogen back into the soil? So farmer grow pea plant to replenish nitrogen back into the soil. Next, fill in the blanks. So nutrition refers to the process, nutrients, and nutrition refers to the process by which organisms take in food. So nutrients, what nutrients are the substance that are needed by the body, and nutrition is a process. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is nutrition. Next, dash is a green color pigment, so just now we discussed. Which is the green color pigment? Chlorophyll. The dash carries food produced in the leaves to all parts of the plant. Xylem or phloem? So phloem. And what is the function of xylem? Xylem carries water and nutrients from root of the plant to the leaves. What does the xylem do? Xylem carries food from root to the plants. Next, plant that obtain food from other plant, so parasitic. Why not saprophytic? Because saprophytic absorbs the nutrition from decaying organic matter, and parasitic absorbs the nutrition from the other organic matter or other green plant. Dash plant usually grow in soil deficient in nitrogen. So which plant grow in soil with less amount of nitrogen? Insectivorous plant. They get the nutrition from the insect eaten by them. Next, in dash relationship, both members usually benefit from each other. So symbiotic relationship, both plants make a relationship in a beneficial or mutual manner, and such plants are called the symbiotic plant. Next, name the following in question answers I will give in my next classes.